I mean, talk about first world problems. You can't even keep your feet pick money these days, you know? Welcome to Egg's Most Okayest Farm Girls. I'm Annalise.
And I'm Courtney. Grab a drink. We're here to help.
Oh, goddamn, Courtney. Goddamn.
Goddamn.
Are you ready for this? I don't even know what we're going to talk about today. I think you're taking the lead, I hope. I'm just along for the ride.
We've got some interesting topics today that I randomly thought of. One being reincarnation.
All right, here we go. Right to it. No, hello. Hi, how are you? Just let's get weird. Let's get weird.
Well, you know how some people have the theory that you live multiple lives, you are reincarnated, and you choose, like your parents, you choose everything, your occupation ahead of time.
Ooh.
Have you heard that?
Well, yes, I'm a believer that we've lived past lives. I'm a believer that, like, your soul picks your parents, but the picking your career is a new one for me. Have not heard this. Please.
Oh, maybe I just made that up. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Courtney's like, yeah, I knew it all along. No, I definitely think our souls, I don't know, when we leave this world, they're going to go float around somewhere until we take on a new form. And yeah, as wooey and weird as it sounds, like, I do believe that we pick our parents because, so I had 2 miscarriages before the twins were born. And I know for a fact that one of them was a girl because after the second miscarriage, I like collected the fetus, whatever it was, and they tested it, and I was able to have them tell me it was a girl. And I've just always, with all my pregnancies, have like felt like I knew what it was. Like, just had this gut feeling, and I was pretty sure the first one was a boy, and then I felt like the second one was a girl, and I was correct. And then it's like those 2 little souls, they didn't make it for whatever reason, but they found their way to me again in the form of the twins. Like, I've definitely heard this too.
I love to believe that too, because I went through 2 miscarriages as well. And just having that in the back of my mind that, like, you know, it was still Isla just trying to get through.
Yep.
She finally made her on the 3rd attempt. So.
Yeah, I think there's something to it. I don't know. And maybe it's not true. Maybe it just makes us feel warm and fuzzy inside. And if that's the case, I'm going to keep on believing it because it does make me feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Yes.
Like, just to think that there is something bigger than us. It's deeper. It's not just like science and we evolved from apes, or I don't know. Like, I like to believe it.
I feel you. I've also heard people saying that, like, in every lifetime, you have the same people or the same souls, I should say. So, like, maybe your dog in this lifetime was your brother in a different life.
Yeah.
Do you believe that too?
Yes. Or that, like, we are here as we are now to, like, break past cycles of our family lineage. Like, we've had these past lives and gone through certain things so that now in this lifetime we can do things essentially different or break some sort of cycle. I mean, that all makes sense to me.
I did hear that kind of goes with the argument I heard from someone saying, if we can choose everything ahead of time, then why the heck would someone choose, like, a really difficult life? And it just goes with what you're saying. Like, you get another opportunity to learn something new, make yourself, like, a more well-rounded person.
Absolutely.
Have different experiences, all part of just, like, a bigger picture.
Yep. I totally agree. Anytime, like, anything traumatic happens, I'm always like, what's the lesson here? Which maybe is not a very empathetic way to think about it, but I just always think there's a reason for everything. What message, like, when something bad happens to me or to someone close to me, I'm like, what message is the universe or God trying to convey to us? Like, what
Right?
is this going to teach us? What's going to happen? How are we going to come out of this? Yeah.
Yeah.
The world's
It's
crazy.
interesting stuff,
It
man.
is. And I just, for as much as you and I love to chat about this, I can't believe we aren't like psychics. Like,
You
we need to get
know,
a psychic in here to really deep dive on this conversation.
I really like sometimes I want that kind of power. That's not the right word for it, but then other times I'm like, maybe I don't. Maybe I just want
Right.
a quiet little brain.
Well, I like to just, whatever we're thinking right now, like I said, makes us feel warm and fuzzy. Let's stay there. Let's keep doing whatever the hell we're doing, Courtney. I mean, same. I don't want to, I don't need to know more than I need to know. I don't
Could
think.
you
Do you want to?
imagine just like what if you knew like exactly what happened to Nancy Guthrie? What if you could channel that info?
Right? That'd be too much. Talk about a high stress job. My God.
You would get $1 million reward though. So I feel like it would
Yeah, but
be worth it.
you would know so much and people would never leave you alone. They would want you working and helping and doing things all the time. And I just can't take that
That's
on.
true.
You know?
Yeah.
It's too
You'd
much.
be taking on all this sadness all the time.
Mhm.
So,
I know.
anyways, we talked about that for like 5 minutes.
I know.
Thought
What
it
else
was
you
gonna be
got?
a 30-minute conversation.
Okay. Well, I had this on, I don't know where I was going to share this. So this ties in nicely. Do you know what you want to happen to you when you die?
I would like to fall asleep and just pass peacefully as an old person.
Not quite the question I was asking, but I like it. I meant like when you die, do you want to be buried, cremated? What are your requests?
Ask how I wanted to die. I'm like, that's weird,
I
though.
don't want to die.
Well, we've talked about before how we want to like be planted and grown into a tree or something.
Yes. So Tom and I actually recently decided we want to be cremated and then have our ashes put in pods to grow apple trees. Then we want to be planted next to each other so we can continue producing and pollinating even after we're passed. Isn't that adorable?
That's cute. Just
Yeah.
keep pollinating each other
Right?
with love.
I know. I love that. And yeah, I don't want a typical funeral. It will be a celebration of life. Nobody's going to be sad. You're going to take all my Instagram profile pictures. Those will be the pictures you will use. We will burn all the bad pictures of me.
Yeah, don't let our husbands pick the pictures.
No.
Make
Not
your
allowed.
friend pick the picture.
Yep. I'll probably, you know what? I'm going to make a folder in my phone right now and I'll title it Annalise's Celebration of Life Photos.
I want a DJ.
A DJ. Ooh, I like it. Yeah, make it a
Have fun
party.
with
Like,
that.
celebrate us. Don't be sad. I don't want anyone to be sad. I want you to keep on keeping on even after I'm gone.
I want a party.
Yeah. Tom's already, like, he's worried if I pass before him, like, everybody's going to be coming to the door and, like, bringing him casseroles and he's going to have to make small talk. So I'm also going to make sure, like, no formal, like, line that people have to go through when I pass. Like, leave Tom alone. You can bring him treats and casseroles, but, like, he doesn't want to chat. Okay?
Yeah. No small talk.
No. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it. Those are our plans, guys.
There you go. I didn't know what we were going to talk about for Spill the Tea. So when I titled this episode, I would titled it Farm Girls Talk About Weird Shit. Like, I didn't know. Where are we going with this? Nobody knows.
Ugh. Do you have anything else to add about reincarnation?
No, but one more question.
Yeah.
Say you found out today that you and Aaron were cousins. What would you do? I know, right?
I would just have to bury that information deep within and move
Same.
on.
Same.
It's too late.
This
already committed.
question, I know. Like, this question came up. Tom and I were watching some Netflix comedy special, and the question like that came up, and Tom and I kind of looked at each other and I was like, what would you do? He goes, well, I don't know. The kids turned out all right, so I think we're okay. And I was like, touche. Like, I think we just don't tell anybody.
Right? Yeah, I saw this question or this story come up on, I can't remember her name, but I follow this Instagram account where she reads just like real life stories and advice and stuff. And that was one of them. Like, they found out they were first cousins and they were like, what do we do? We're already like, I can't remember if they had just gotten married. Even after that, I feel like, and the whole comment section was like, oh my God, how can you even ask this? Like, obviously, you have to separate.
I
Oh my
mean,
God.
the only, like, it's weird. And if you plan to have kids, it's really weird. But yeah, if you just found out, you didn't know, you already did the deed, you already have kids that turned out all right, or you're not going to have kids, then I think, what the hell? Just don't tell people, because it's not a good look. But
Not a good look. I agree. I'm with you 100%.
also, the math isn't mathing. If it's your first cousin, would you have the same last name? I suppose not. If it was a cousin on your mom's
Right.
side, you would technically have but.
Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
And if you're not like close to your family.
Yeah. I know. It makes me like this day and age too, when like adoption and surrogacy and sperm donors is
Right.
all becoming more popular. It's like, oh,
Right.
like we should almost be getting like the USA. I said that really weird. We should be getting sperm donors from like other countries or something. Like we got to spread it out.
To
I feel like,
diversify.
yeah, like the same country's too close to home, you know?
Right. I mean, do you remember that? I think it was a Netflix documentary where that fertility doctor was sneaking his sperms into everyone. So he had
Yeah.
like a million children and nobody knew until
What a
someone did like
freak.
a 23andMe. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I believe so.
And then they found like all these siblings.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It is weird. All right. Well, that's all I've got on that topic. Let's move on to a farm girl confession.
Sure. Here we go.
Hey, Eggs, Melissa Case, Farm Girls. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I actually have a comment about the feet pics conversation that was being had on the last episode. I'm actually from Annalise's county, and I work at the county courthouse, and this actually came up one day when I was in the dispatch room. I was there to talk to a dispatcher about something else, and two deputies and one of the dispatchers were having this conversation. And then about something, I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Like, it seemed fairly heated. And they said that someone had called in that day and had asked, or they weren't sure where to report it, but that they were selling feet pics online. And somehow someone stole about $2,000, I believe is what it was, from them. And so they weren't sure how to report it. And they were just trying to figure out how they could, report the theft. And the two deputies and the dispatcher were having the conversation of whether or not they would sell feet pics and what they would do with the money. And so, I mean, it's happening everywhere. I'm sure. I don't know they didn't say what website, and I don't think that really matters, but it was quite comical, actually. So I don't know. I guess there's a lot of people selling feet pics, and you guys.
Okay, and then it cut off, but this is a perfect opportunity to update you all on our.
Well, first of all, let's dissect this call. I love that she said, longtime listener, first time caller. Why did that sound so cool? Second, apparently this whole feet pic world, is it too crowded already?
Here's what I think. I think women are online being recruiters and getting kickbacks for like sending you to create your own account. I feel like this is the new, you know how like years ago,
MLM?
it's like some pyramid scheme. Do you remember like years ago, they were like, buy this course and then I'll teach you how to sell this course to other people.
Yep.
And we're all like, is that not a pyramid scheme?
So you're saying there are...
So I think this is the new one.
Yeah. So they're basically like, I'm making so much money on FeetFinder. You can too. Let me show you how
Yes.
for a small price of $199.99.
Or they'll just like provide you a link, like, here you go, set up your own account. And it somehow is like a click attribution link or something.
I'm curious to how the $2,000 this gal lost got lost. I mean, talk about first world problems. You can't even keep your feet pick money these days, you know?
Yeah. Like, did she do some weird stuff and then just didn't get paid and sent off the deliverables? Or what?
Yeah. Like, did they hack her account and steal the money, or did they steal her feet pics?
Yeah.
Wild. What a world. All right, now update us.
Guys, only one person has viewed our page and nobody has paid for our feet pics.
Feet. I mean, just now when we heard this call that she had apparently made $2,000, I'm like, oh, sweet. There is money in this, but we've only gotten one view, so not for our feet.
I feel like the platform is so saturated now that your page won't even get seen. I think you really have to market it through social media. I think that's the only way to find these weirdos.
I know, because you can tell, like, I have come across, they've showed up in like my For You feed of different farming gals who on social media, it's fairly tame, but you can tell they're promoting their OnlyFans because it's just like, why are you always in a bikini? Why are you squirting milk from a teat directly all over your face?
Right.
Because
you won't directly say it in the reel, but if you go to their page, like, there's a link for it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it's just like, no judgment, more power to all you girls, make that money. But yeah, when you find one and it's like, wow, what a thirst trap. Like, you can tell they are targeting men, clearly. And then all these poor bastards in the comments think they have a chance. And it's like, God. I just want your money.
Right.
Weird.
I hope I have more to update you all. Maybe next time we record, have our first purchase under our belt.
Are you going to keep posting feet pics? Because like you said, I think if you want anything to succeed, you got to put in the time and the money. Like, that's what we've learned over here on Instagram and with the podcast. Like, you got to keep doing it. You got to promote it. But I don't have the time for that. We need quicker ways to make money.
Right.
I can't do this self-promotion. What else can we do?
Drugs?
Drugs. Maybe.
I'm just kidding,
Our
everyone.
kids are getting older. We're going to meet new young kids. We can start selling them drugs.
We're joking.
Too far. Too far. All right. All right, friends, believe it or not, but fly season is upon us, and I want you to be prepared. Something we have incorporated into our fly management program is Clarifly Larvicide. It's a feed additive that stops flies in their larval stage. We've been using it for years, and it is a game changer. With Clarifly Larvicide, you get more than just a fly control product. You get more support, more expertise, and more control to prevent the emergence of nuisance flies from the manure of treated cattle by as much as 96%. It is perfectly blended into your mineral supplement to become a part of what you're already doing, feeding your cattle. Get control of flies with a comprehensive program built around Clarifly Larvicide and Star Bar products. To learn more, contact your local feed dealer or visit centralflycontrol.com. Let's move on to what the hell? Because I got a couple. First of all, a couple days ago, Tom and I went to Madison for a dairy event, and we stayed at a very nice hotel. And we checked in. We found out our room was on the 7th floor. We hop in the elevator. We're pressing the buttons. I'm like, it won't go to the 7th floor. Like, what the hell? Well, we finally realized you need your key to get to the 7th floor because it's the fancy level.
Yeah.
So we finally use the key. It starts going up to the 7th floor, but it felt like it went so fast. So when the door opened, I wasn't convinced we were all the way to the 7th floor. And so I said to the guys standing on the other side of the elevator, I was like, oh, is this the 7th floor? And they looked at me like I was the dumbest piece of shit they ever met. And they're like, yeah. And then they pointed like on the side of the elevator where it says the number 7 and like just gave me this look of disgust. And I was like, I said, fuck you.
You did not.
Because like, goddamn, couldn't you just say like, yes, ma'am, it is. Or you silly goose, didn't you see the 7 here? Like, why do you have to be so mean about it? Like, I was flustered. I don't spend a lot of time in hotels, okay? I'm just a poor little farm girl. Why you gotta be so mean?
I'm trying to imagine you doing that. Did you hit him with like the finger guns, like, fuck you, and walked out? Or
I mean, I was walking away, so like I didn't even see them as I said it, but I honestly now, it wasn't fuck you. I think I said fuck off. But I was like, rude. And then I was just all fired up about it.
Yeah, that's rude. Just like, how hard is it to just be nice?
Yeah, we could have all had a good laugh if you would have responded differently.
Yeah.
You know? Could have just chuckled and been like, ah, look, it says 7 right there. Should have known. But I didn't.
Just be nice, everybody. Gosh.
Good gosh. What do you got?
Tyra Banks.
Ugh.
So Annalise and I watched the Netflix mini-series. I can't remember what it's called. Do you?
No, but everyone will know what we're talking about.
It's about America's Next Top Model, hosted by Tyra Banks. We grew up watching it religiously.
Yep.
And they kind of made her look not so great.
I mean, she is not so great. Did you ever watch her talk show? We used to watch it all the gosh darn time in college. Like, grab a Mountain Dew and a box of Cheez-Its. Let's see what Tyra is up to. She is so full of herself. She is the biggest narcissist and dum-dum I ever met. I've never met her. Seen with my eyeballs.
Yeah. See, I never watched her show, but I did see a clip of her faking that she got rabies. And she started like foaming at the mouth, like on her talk show. And like started pretend seizing. I'm like, who does that? Why?
Yes. She
Why
is
would you
so
do that?
bizarre. And just like the way she would interview people, like she would just always turn it around about herself. I mean, you can see her do that in the documentary too. It's just, I've never really met any narcissists like to that level. It's just, it's fun to watch. I mean, thank you, Tyra, for the entertainment. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. And so I just wanted to talk about how cray-cray she looks. And then I started seeing, now that I talked about it with Annalise like a week ago, all these Tyra Banks clips start popping up on my feed, and they're all just like insane. Like she's in Australia doing like performances, and they're all just wackadoo.
Have you looked at her Instagram profile or like gone through her feed at all?
No.
Take a minute. It's fun. Just what a lady.
She's created a ice cream shop. Not just any old ice cream, a hot ice cream shop in Australia. I think Sydney, Australia. And so I watched these two gals that tested it out, and they walked out of there and they're like, this is the worst tasting garbage I've ever had. It was like melted ice cream.
Yeah. Wouldn't hot ice cream just be flavored cream? Like you're drinking coffee creamer.
You would think that, and you would think that like it would maybe taste good, but these gals did not. They're like, this tastes horrible.
Did you see that reel going around of Tyra showing that other podcaster how to eat ice cream? As if like, that she's like, as soon as it hits my taste buds, I can taste it. Like, same?
Oh shit. We all have taste buds.
We all have taste buds. That's how they work. She's
Some
so
crazy
weird.
stuff, man.
Speaking of weird, did you hear about this Chipotle delivery order that went viral?
Mm-mm.
Okay. It must have been like DoorDash. Let me read what they wrote to their DoorDash guy. When you get to my stoop, please press 5B on the buzzer and wait for me to come down. If there's a big dude sitting on the steps claiming the food is his, do not believe him. That's Larry. Please look him dead in the eye and say, "Fuck you, Larry." He has successfully hijacked my dinner on 2 separate occasions, and I refuse to let him feast on my dime a third time. Protect the bag at all costs. All tip extra.
Goddamn, Larry. You porch
You,
pirate.
Larry. A porch pirate. That's so good.
Oh,
I thought that was really funny.
so funny.
I can't imagine living in the city. People just be stealing your food, stealing your packages. Around here, I just got to worry about the dog eating all our packages.
Right? All last week, I was in Tucson, Arizona, which was so beautiful. But we were in the city the whole time, and we were like, this place is beautiful, but get me the hell out of here. After a while,
Yeah.
it feels so good to just go home to your farm or ranch and get out of the chaos.
Most people vacation because they want to escape their real life. And I feel like farmers vacation only to realize how much they love their own life. You know what I mean? Like, I love it here so much, but I like to get out of my routine, do something different. And anytime I go on vacation, I come back home and I'm like, oh my God, it's so great here. Like, why did I ever leave?
Right? Like, I had a blast. The kids had a blast. We visited my parents because they live there during the winters now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just gorgeous. But yeah, I was like, this city stuff is too much for me.
How did Aaron do? Was he just...
He did pretty good, but I mean, he feels exactly the same way, just like driving in traffic and stuff and being herded like cattle through different like tourist things. It's like, it's a lot.
You're giving me PTSD from the cruise we went on.
That was even worse though, because you can't escape. Like,
there
that's
is
like
no escaping.
You're herded like cattle the whole time.
Yeah. You could never talk me into a cruise again. No way in hell. I ain't going out to sea without an escape plan.
You know, and I really like being on the ground too.
Same.
Being up in the air and in the ocean. Like, I like to plant my feet on ground.
Yes. Yep. Something about touching the ground, you know?
Yep.
Should we do what you ought to know?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. My what you ought to know is, did you know that male goats pee on their face?
On whose face? Their own face?
Their own face and their own beard.
Have you seen video?
I don't know the logistics, but...
The math, again, is not mathing.
Apparently during breeding season, they piss all over their face because the smell drives the female goats wild.
Really?
That's what they say. And any goat farmers listening,
yeah, let us know.
Advise.
Call in. Tell us about what these animals be doing. These feral little creatures peeing on themselves.
Dirty little man goat.
Here's my what you ought to know. And I immediately thought of you, Courtney, and you're going to laugh when I say this. So I subscribed to Masterclass. I don't know if I told you this. Have you heard of Masterclass? So it's a bunch of like videos or audio, and you can learn from experts on literally any topic. I did one with Amy Poehler about the art of like sketch comedy and how it can teach you to like go with the flow in any circumstance. And I was like, oh, that might be good for like public speaking, helping me, you know, just stay on my toes. So I did that one. And now I'm doing one with Gordon Ramsay to learn how to be a better chef. And then one came across my eyeballs titled, and I feel like this one really could be for you. Read, lead, and influence any room. Learn how the world's most charismatic leaders command attention. She shows you how posture, tone, and presence can, help you speaking, in negotiations, at work, whatever. But in there, she said, if you are a recovering awkward person, this is for you. And immediately I was like, maybe Courtney needs to listen to this one.
Recovering awkward? I would say I've stayed the course.
I've stayed the course.
I'm not trying to change it. It is what it is.
Hey, I agree. Be who you are. But I've enjoyed that one so far. And I would say to anyone, if you want to, broaden your horizons, learn something, Masterclass has been pretty cool. And I like that I can listen to it, when I'm driving or feeding calves, doing whatever.
Did you find Amy Poehler's to be, helpful?
Yes, I did. She has something in there called What is the Game? And so I used that within my speech. Like when I present, I had to kind of think, okay, what is the game? I want to tell people they have a short story to share. But their reaction is going to continue to be like, no, I don't. I can't do this. And so the game is to try to keep making them believe they have a story to tell. And so it kind of made me look at my whole speech and presentation differently. And now I think I have the ability to go with the flow a little bit better because I have that mindset, I guess. I don't know. It was interesting. It was neat.
Yeah, that was intriguing because that little ad popped up with Amy Poehler selling the masterclass, and I almost did it.
That's what made me pull the trigger.
Yeah.
I'd share it with you, but they must know people want to try to do that because you can only watch it on one device. I can't access it on anything but my phone. I know. Rascals they are. Ugh. All right, hold up. We are going to end this with some fun questions. Some fun friend questions, if I can find them. All right. Extra funny questions to ask your real friends. Grab a pen and paper, friends, because you can ask your friends these. All right, Courtney, if I disappeared for 24 hours, where's the first place you would look for me?
Cheese store?
Probably. Or I just straight up left and went to Italy and I'm eating pasta somewhere. Pasta and cheese and salami.
Yes.
All right. If I got arrested, what crime would you assume I committed? For you, if you got arrested, I would assume you murdered someone because they messed with your child. If something happened with your kids, you would.
I wouldn't think twice.
Yeah.
I was thinking about them when we were hiking through the desert in Arizona, and I was like, if a mountain lion came, I'd kill that son of a bitch so fast. Beat it over the head.
Strength she didn't even know she had.
Right? The adrenaline. I'd just be whipping it around by its tail, launch it.
I feel like it would either be that or it would be you accidentally joining a cult or the wrong group because you had too many mojitos and you just got carried away. Literally, they carried you away. They're like, she's with us now. And you're like, okay.
That would only happen if I drank because I'm so anti-cult. I don't want to go anywhere near anything organized.
I know. I know that about you. But when you drink, you're just like, yay.
Yay. I love everyone. Come here. I'll go with you. Sure.
Yeah. Take me to your leader.
Those pretty much sum up my entire personality. I can't. Let's see. What would you be arrested for? I don't know. I can't see you doing anything illegal ever.
No. Thank you. Just a good citizen.
Just a good, productive citizen.
If we were in a zombie apocalypse, would I be the group leader, the comic relief, or the one who screams first?
You would definitely be the group leader. You'd be like, I have a plan. Everybody follow me.
I probably would. Yeah,
You'd
I love a plan.
Though,
I feel like you would scream first, which then would bring the comic relief. You would just be like, no! Or I could see you like messing with the zombies a little bit. Like
You
punch them in
definitely
the
would
face,
too.
their head falls off, and now you're like
Giggle.
bowling with their head or something. I don't know.
That's good.
Speaking of being a leader, though, and just loving a plan, I am go with the flow as long as we have a plan in case plan A doesn't work. Like, does that make sense? Like, I see going with the flow, meaning I have multiple scenarios planned out so we can go whichever
Do
way.
whatever. Yeah. See what happens, and you always got a backup plan in your head.
Yes. Where other people go with the flow to them means like we are literally going to fuck around and find out. And I can't live that way.
That's why I can't, like, you're so confusing because you're definitely like a type B, but also a type A as well.
Yes, I agree. I think I'm like, we talked about this once, the type C. Some things I'm super anal about, and other things I'm like, whatever, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Ooh, if I had a fan club, what would they call themselves?
Barn turds.
Barn turds! Ugh.
Annalise's barn turds.
I wish that would have stuck. We could try again.
No. Can we please make that happen?
Nobody liked that one except for us. If you're new around here, back when we first started the podcast, we were trying to figure out like what we were going to call our listeners. And yeah, we thought barn turds, but nobody else really was jumping on board with that one. So it died.
Yeah. So sad. If you have a better alternative, please let us know. Message us. Call in.
Though, just calling everybody our fellow OK farm girls, it kind of just makes sense. All right, one more question. If we swapped lives for a day, what's the first thing you'd struggle with?
I think I wouldn't be very productive. Like, I would just want to mess around with your cows. They look so weird to me. They're like aliens.
Because they don't have
They're like
horns?
tall aliens. And I just like, I don't know. I would just be trying to make friends with them.
Yeah. You'd probably be disappointed that there's not more tame ones. I think I would struggle. Well, ever since you told me that Aaron just chews like a cow chewing cud, I would probably struggle listening to your husband eat if I had to.
I struggle every damn day. Should I play the clip for everyone?
Yeah, do you guys want to hear it?
Is that mean?
I mean, he's never going to know unless he listens.
Which he doesn't most of the time. Okay, everyone listen to this. This is what we're dealing with here. Hold on, I gotta say, before I play this, he claims that he can't help it because of all the jaw surgery. He has no feeling there, so he can't feel whether he's like closing his mouth all the way or something. I don't fucking know. So, I feel for him. I'm empathetic to that. But also, listen to this.
Oh, big old bite of that apple.
That's him eating an apple.
And you can hear the...
Help me. What do
Were
I do?
Sitting in that chair eating that apple, were you just like death staring him the entire time?
Yes.
Ugh, and he
I
did
had
not
no
take
word.
the hint.
Just mouth open like, what do I
Can
do
you go-
with you?
Go eat that apple out in the barn with the rest of the animals. My God.
Exactly.
Oh, poor Aaron. All right. Well, that's the end of my questions. I think we're about out of time. So, gosh darn, everybody, go have a day.
Goodbye.
Bye. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us today.
If you had as much fun as we did, would you do us a favor and share this episode with a friend?
Speaking of friends, can we all be friends over on the Instagram? You can find me at @modfarmchick.
And me at Mrs. Green Pastures Cattle.
See you next week, guys.